inside.
Atlanta was also 1 for 10 from the three-point line. This is the first time this season that they've only knocked down 1 3 in the first half. Knocks down the first bucket of the second half.
What's impressive about Burton is the way she's able to call her number from 3, facilitate, or score inside, like Alicia Gray just did on catchy Zandalacini.
Very nice. How about the 4th assist to Angel Reese? The team has 7. As you mentioned, the ball has to find energy and pop a little bit more for the Dream. Three seconds on the shot clock. And a foul right away by Ryan. Throws. That's 2 fouls on Ryan. And off on the second for Stokes. Alicia Gray, who had 8 points, 1 for 4 from outside, 2 for 8 from the field. Canada working on the inside. Reese still looking for her first field goal of the ball game. 10 on the shot clock. Jordan Canada working on Cecilia. Zandalacini all the way to the rim, gets fouled.
And a lot of very similar in their style of play, but right now it seems like Golden State just came in with a little bit extra
for the Valkyries offensively this season as well.
And their bench has been stellar. I mean, you talk about a team that was well put together. They lead the league in bench scoring production so far. A lot of high-level players on this team.
And a lot of carryover from a season ago. This team has the most returners of any team across the league, bringing back 9 players. That type of flow and chemistry, and then you add the likes of a Gabby Williams. The threes continue.
Atlanta has got to get big defensively when they're guarding beyond the three-point line. That means hands out and up.
Ryan Howard on the take, tried to flip it up, nothing there.
And I do think the length on the interior for Golden State is bothering the Dream. Those 5 blocks have really just gotten in Atlanta's head.
And a foul again. Atlanta had the advantage as far as fast break points with 12. As soon as they were able to start taking care of the ball in a cue, they started to limit some of those looks for the Dream. Ryan Howard with the block at the rim on Thornton actually gives the Dream the ball back. Gray driving left off the glass to Shaw. Sika Kone in the game for Atlanta. JC 3 off the mark. And the Wolves continue from outside for Atlanta. Angel Reese finally gets the first field goal for herself in this ball game.
And she just turned up the back out. She said, I'm going to take this matchup personally.
And an offensive foul will go against
2 fouls from push-offs.
But that looked like it was actually Tia Stokes.
That was their defense and created offense off those possessions.
Great in and out. It's been that type of night for Atlanta from outside. 0 for 4 in this quarter. Gabby Williams turnaround bucket off. Sika Kone kicks it. Williams gets it back. In and out. And it falls off the fingertips of Angel with breath.
A sigh of relief for Atlanta that it didn't go down.
Yeah, the offense has just been off for Atlanta. It's off the bounce. Gabby Williams get another look. And matches the biggest lead for the Valkyries.
Reminder. Didn't get the foul, but Jordan Canada trying to remind her team to touch paint and push pace.
Atlanta is shooting 27% from the field.
Just look at the movement from Golden State. It has Atlanta's defense looking off-kilter.
No help. You're taking a look at the assists advantage, 15 to 7.
Staccato game, but now you're just racking up fouls.
Five on the shot clock. Burton behind the back. Sends it to Thornton. And a rare miss for the points have been scarce for Atlanta in this quarter. They're being outscored 32-13 over the last 2 quarters. And to make matters worse, the Valkyries are in the bonus the rest of the 3rd quarter. Cross-court pass, Hayes still looking for her first points off in this game. Medina Okada in the right place at the right time and gets a much-needed bucket for the Dream.
Because that was not a smart pass in transition, but good thing Okada was there to clean that one up.
Another offensive foul, Alicia Way.
I think it's similar to the one we saw in the first half of the contacts. Yep.
We already saw blood drawn from Caitlin Chin. And Alicia Gray, who was taking a beating on the defensive end.
She hit the floor at least 3 times in the 3rd quarter alone.
Taylor Thornton, the gift back door, and the foul on the weak side by the original 8th overall pick for the Atlanta Golden State. And the defensive end with 2 big
grit from being a Gamecock in South Carolina, 2022 national champions. She knows how to ball.
How about Dawn Staley showing up to the Atlanta Dream Indiana Fever game? And it looked like a family cookout for South Carolina. Just being able to see about 7 players that represented South Carolina.
No, that was a foul. It did in fact look like she absorbed some contact, but either way, next play mentality. You got a 20-point lead for deficit.
Valkyries working with 8. Williams.
Several times in this game. I guess when you're feeling it, you just have one of those nights.
19 points for Gabby Williams. She's already knocked down 3 threes, but it feels like she's hit 6. Angel Reese foul. Off the mark. And short on both.
And that's a spot where you can find some rhythm on the floor. Just seeing the ball go through the bottom of the net. Atlanta 6 of 11. And they want to have a better percentage than that.
Brian Howard collects the rebound and it's popped up. He's playing wolf from behind.
That extra effort from Gabby Williams.
Amir left alone in the corner. Wow. Another turnover for Atlanta, the 9th of the game. They've given up 12 points. Six on the shot clock. Chin almost got it for Sika Kone. She does find it on the 2nd try, throwing Canada back in the ball game. Gray spins. Borlays off the deck. More movement. Sika Kone turning down the 3. A body was dropped in the meantime, but 7 seconds on the shot clock. And that's not that left for Jordan Canada. Pulls up for the 3. In. And a much-needed,
these are worth more than 2s, and that can definitely cut to the deficit big time.
Under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Gabby Williams has been that girl. Whether it be perfect 10s from Gabby Douglas or Gabby Williams just being a perfect 10 on the floor. She has been lights out.
I mess that up every time. I love her though.
And this one on the hip. In the back. Throwing Canada out. Angel Reese, Izzy Borlays, and Sika Kone rounding out the rest of the 5 for the Dream. Meanwhile, the Valkyries in the final minute of this 3rd quarter have not relented. They have been efficient. They've knocked down 3s, and they've got a few stops against the Dream as well.
3 bench players in the game for the Dream. This is where you earn more playing time. There's no scouting report necessarily on you out here. Take advantage.
They can hold for the final look in this quarter. Tiffany Hayes. Stokes off the mark. Here comes Izzy Borlays. She has 5 seconds to work with. Sends it to India Navarre, working her way in the paint for the finger roll in and out, and it will be too late for Angel Reese.
This though, these minutes, this whole fourth quarter is crucial for this second five.
Tina Pow pulls up from 3, short on the attempt.
You got fresh legs coming in, especially on the defensive end. You can't control every shot going down, but you can control your effort on the court at both ends.
So a foul by India Navarre.
Well, she's been in a lot of hustle plays too. I mean, driving to the floor, getting her teammates involved.
Medina with the rebound. We talked about Golden State being the team that was leading the league in pace. As Medina Okot strikes from outside.
Those figures, the dream, and of course it comes from Medina Okot. She can definitely knock that down. She doesn't shoot many. When she does, it looks like that.
It's like a checkoff for Medina Okot. That's just her 3rd of the season. She gets the steal. Mismanaged by Veronica Burton. Counter the Valkyries right now with the upper hand. Medina Okot for the dive. And big minutes that you mentioned to see from the bench for Atlanta.
Well, the good thing about this unit on the floor is, yes, there is scouting reports on you, but they're not going to be as detailed as the starters. We both know that from being athletes ourselves. So take advantage of the fact that they may not know you as well as the starting 5 on the floor. And just pick apart their defense, find the openings, the seams where you can attack.
Less than 3 seconds. Veronica Burton going at India Navarre. Nothing there. So another great defensive series for the Dream. You can see another dive by Medina just off the mark. Pass a little low for Okot.
It was also tapped from behind by the defense as well. A bit too low for her to grab and corral.
Tiffany Hayes on the left. Too strong. Atlanta, who is riding a 4-game win streak, that is in jeopardy here tonight. They had just 2 opponents in the last 4 games, the Timbo and Indiana, getting all 4 of those. And in that stretch,
and tonight just not being able to get it done as well.
Nice dive by Sika Kone. More points on the board for the front court of the Dream.
And look at this. They're biting into this lead because they got energy. The ball is popping. They're just attacking where they see fit.
Atlanta with the first 7 points of this quarter. 5 on the ticker. I mean here. Hit every part of the rim that should count but rolls off. India Navarre all the way in the paint and gets fouled by Hayes.
Excellent changes.
18 points. And India Navarre off
Take in quickly the corrective criticism and then apply it on the floor in the same day that they asked her to. Shoot around the other day versus Toronto. She did just that and came out with a career high, and now here she is with some extended. On Monday, Carl Smesco stopped everything, and he kind of got into her face and just said, listen, I don't want you doing all that dribbling. You are limited to one move or a deep post up just like that. Sometimes you don't want to put the ball on the floor and attract that double team because they get in there and they steal the basketball and they steal away the possession versus when you just go straight up, you cut into this lead, and now you have momentum on the defensive end as well.
Valkyries have yet to score in this quarter as Sika Kone brings down the ball in Atlanta. On a bit of a run on their own, and Medina Okot continue to feed the beast.
Feed her. Get it to her. That deep post position we're going to need, or the Dream are going to need, some bigs who are true bigs in this game. And between her being able to post that deep and also shoot the 3, she's a weapon ready to be used.
Atlanta on a 14-2 run. There is
adding some good energy off the bench.
Seven on the shot clock. Zandalasini, India Navarre got a hand in on it. off the mark, and Medina Okot with another rebound.
The defense was all over them on that possession. Couldn't see daylight. Yeah.
And an offensive foul.
That's also being able to play on the floor. When you know that you got to bring that basketball to your post player, that the post doesn't move and shift to try to make contact with you to get the screener off.
Valkyries still looking for their first points of this quarter, 0 for 6 from the field. Gabby Williams at the rim, nothing there. Big possession for Atlanta.
When on Atlanta, they replace your drink. Able, vision-wise, to make that pass.
Indiana Navarre at the rim got blocked. And Sika Kone with the foul in the back of the ball game for the Green. Medina Okot with a nice hedge. Pulling up the offense. Tequila. Nice.
They have been lights out from beyond the arc. True to who they are personnel-wise.
The dive, and Sika Kone gets fouled. And 2 points, knocks down the first of the pair. Stretch the floor for the Dream and knocks down both.
What's amazing to me is most of the beginning of this fourth quarter, where with Atlanta's bench, you had Golden State who had all their starters still in the game, and the bench was able to come up with that.
And it's still in a toss away.
And do a trap at almost half court, so the more reps she gets at it, will get those leak outs to Canada.
Same spot on the floor, catching no good there. And Thornton, 3, no. Here comes Ryan Howard, had a substantial amount of time on the bench, and 1 for Angel Reese.
And that's how you get Reese going in this game.
It's her second made field goal of the night and has struggled to connect from the free throw line. Atlanta has left points on the board from the free throw line alone. 10 for 18. Caleb Thornton outside, punches in.
And look at Atlanta. You can't help off of anybody in this game because Angel Reese just took a step to the left and helped side defense on the inside of the paint. And Thornton, all she needed was that half second.
Angel Reese again.
By Thornton, and Thornton's the one who
Right now 2 for 6 and able to knock that one in. As we're approaching the 3-minute mark, Atlanta has had their moments and their chances to continue to cut into this lead. But ran out of the juice at the rim. Up the floor for Angel Reese, and the layup is good.
This is when I'm okay with cherry picking. You need some extra points quick. Go ahead and cherry pick, leak out, get it up the floor.
11-point advantage. Right now you can see the pace slowing down for the Valkyries. The time is definitely on their side. 10 on the shot clock. Thornton again.
Wow.
It looked like it went through the rim, but it did not. It actually went underneath to this one as we're approaching the 2-minute mark. What would the game look like going into that ball game? The only person that's a scratch for the game right now is Reese Jones, but it could be a possibility that also Alicia Gray, who is still in the back.
That is pretty much just giving Alicia Gray a little bit.
Moments to cut into this lead. It does make it a 10-point game with just under 2 minutes to play.
Angel Reese gets her double-double of this one. It was looking bleak at first from the scoring production end. But in the fourth quarter at the end here, she's coming in and provided some much-needed offense.
And Gabby Williams, a lot like what we saw in the first half, connects from the field. 23 points. Miss Williams on the night. Medina Okot. What a pass. Beautiful. By Okot.
Beautiful. Usually it's the other way around, so I just love it when our post can pop out and then you have guards slashing to the rim. The other team doesn't expect it.
I think that's something that if Harknessel is trying to pull out the silver lining of this game is what he's seen from his team in the first quarter, but not so much what he's seen from Cable Cook.
Oh, goodness. This is just three up the middle. That's just so hard to stop when the front court is shooting that way.
Reese at the rim, no. Medina Okot with the rebound. Found a way to pivot into her own shot. Medina Okot off the bench, 14 points, 5 rebounds. The Valkyries taking some time. Using 16 points. What else can we say about the Valkyries knocking down 15 threes on the night? The response for Atlanta, as this will do it for the ball game. 16 seconds left. Atlanta will get another crack at the Valkyries on Friday. That will be on Ion.